we're screen sharing as well. Thank y'all for coming to the Becoming an Evolved Version of You workshop. If you don't know me already, my name is Kayla Brooks, aka Kay the Coach on social media with this workshop. So we're just going to start by briefly introducing myself and how Elevated Life Coaching came about. So as we know, COVID made everybody sit down. And with everybody sitting down, well, let me start off saying this. In 2018, I got my bachelor's in family consumer sciences with a background in child development and family studies. With that, I tried different fields, but after college, I just didn't know what I wanted to do. So when the shutdown happened in, what was that, like 2019, 2020, when we officially shut down, it wasn't until about 2020, going into 2021, that I decided that I wanted to be a life coach. So I basically did an extensive analysis and assessment on myself, where my life is right now, what do I want my life to look like, what passions do I have, and how I can turn my passions into a money-making career. And that's why I came up with Elevated Life Coaching, because I knew that I wanted to help people obtain their personal goals, but I didn't want to work for anyone else. But my whole thing was being elevated into the next level, which came about Elevated Life Coaching. Okay. So our purpose is, with Elevated Life Coaching, we are here so that we can provide a space for individuals to seek and overcome their obstacles, obtain their true potential, and being able to cultivate a life that is truly fulfilled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. Now, our mission is to empower you to take control of your life, overcome challenges, and achieve your goals. And we do that by providing quality life coaching services. Now, the purpose of this workshop today. So we are here so that we can provide you guys with the tools and the insights necessary so that you can do three things: shed limiting beliefs, tap into your true potential, and then embark on the path of becoming an evolved version of you. To start off, we first want to just focus on your core values. So when you decide that you want more for your life and you want to truly tap into what your potential is, what is your purpose in life? The first thing that you want to do is learn your core values. By learning your core values, that is the foundation of you being on your journey. When it comes to the becoming, we want to take inventory of who you currently are, who you were, and who you want to become. And then we want to fulfill the mission of who you want to become. And by learning your core values, it helps create the solid foundation of who you are or who you want to become, what you want and what you don't want, and then also what you will and won't deal with. Then you'll be able to align your goals with your core values. And if your goals don't align with your core values, then you might want to reconsider where you're putting your time and energy at. So with the first point, we're focusing on shedding limiting beliefs. So we want to ask ourselves questions as far as like just identifying what our limiting beliefs are. And we can do this by asking ourselves the following questions. What are your limiting beliefs? How do they impact you? And what facts counteract those limiting beliefs and thoughts about yourself? And by doing this self-reflection, writing down the negative thoughts and the doubts that you have about yourself, we want to challenge you and challenge those beliefs to counteract the actual facts. So when it comes to your negative thoughts or what you currently believe, all right, you write down on one column what your limiting beliefs are, what you currently think about yourself, what doubts you have on one column of the page. And then on the next column, we want to write down the actual facts that counteract those negative thoughts and those doubting thoughts, okay? So what facts in your life right now that counteract those negative thoughts? And the second thing we want to do when it comes to shedding our limiting beliefs is just cultivating a growth mindset. So by doing this, we first need to understand what a fixated mindset is versus what a growth mindset is. Now, a fixated mindset believes that abilities and intelligence are stagnant and they cannot change, or it is really hard for them to change, which leads to individuals either avoiding challenges or giving up easily when it comes to life circumstances. Whereas when you have a growth mindset, you embrace the ability of challenges, but you're also embracing the abilities and intelligence and knowing that they can develop with effort, learning, and persistence. And then once we understand the difference with cultivating a growth mindset, we then want to implement a positive mindset shift. So you can do this in different types of activities, such as just starting a gratitude journey and really being intentional about what you are grateful for throughout the day. Then you want to also reframe your negative thoughts. So when it comes to those negative thoughts and challenging them with positive thoughts. And then we can also do visualization and positive outcome activities. And these are all be in the link below in the emails. By doing these activities, it can be done daily or multiple times throughout the day, especially when you're just starting to prioritize shifting your mindset. And then when it comes to implementing positive habits, we also want to just make sure that we are having personalized daily affirmations to counteract specific limiting beliefs. So as you are implementing your positive habits, it helps reinforce new and empowering beliefs about yourself. Now, after you've done these things, when it comes to shedding limiting beliefs, after you have done the following, we now want to focus into our second point of the day, which is unlocking your true potential. Now, with unlocking your true potential, it starts with the self-reflection activities that will help you become more self-aware. And by understanding your strengths, weaknesses, your passions, and your core values, and then also taking inventory of your personal skills, accomplishments, and areas of improvement, then you can start aligning your goals with your core values. So once you know who you are, once you've done the analysis of where you are in life, what you prioritize, then you're able to set achievable, clear goals. And so that's done by the SMARTS goals. Now, when it comes to the SMARTS process, those are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. So you want to make sure that when you're setting your goals, that you're breaking the bigger goals down into smaller, more achievable, manageable steps. And then you want to create a vision board. Now, when creating a vision board, it's just another step that helps you visualize what your goals are. And so that you can put your goals, aspirations, inspiration, all of those on your vision board so that it can help motivate you and inspire you as you're going throughout your personal development journey. Now, after you set your SMART goals, we then want to focus on taking the time out to overcoming our obstacles. Now, the first thing we want to do is just embrace our challenges. When it comes to embracing our challenges, we want to view our challenges as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks. And overcoming our obstacles also helps us build resilience throughout those challenges. So as you are shifting your mindset from a beat up standpoint or a negative standpoint, when life hits you with setbacks and obstacles, instead of looking at it as why is life always attacking me, you're looking at it as, okay, now it's an opportunity for me to grow and for me to get better and for me to truly embrace what this season is of this challenge. Then you're also able to learn from your failures. And then you also want to make sure that as we are going throughout life, we are maintaining a level of flexibility. So you always want to make sure that you are adapting and pivoting throughout life's challenges and obstacles. And then the last part of unlocking our true potential is consistently learning and developing our goals. We want to make sure that we are being a student to life. So you're always learning, you're always growing, always pursue new skills, new knowledge, and you can do this by doing courses, workshops, readings, and so many different other things. But we want to make sure that we are always utilizing our skills, learning new skills, and then just being able to make an opportunity of life. Now, the last point So we have gone through shedding limiting beliefs, and listen, all of this, it can sound like it is easier said than done, but it's really not. But when it comes to these main 3 points, we want to make sure that one, we're being patient with ourselves, but two, just taking the time to really prioritize what you want out of life, taking it each step at a time, a day at a time, whatever you have to do to make sure that you are shedding those limiting beliefs, unlocking your true potential, and then also being on the path towards becoming an evolved version of yourself. Now, when you decide to take this path, when you have gone through the first 3 steps and you have decided to take this path, it is one, cultivating self-compassion for yourself. When I tell you, we want to be kind to ourselves, especially during the times of challenges and difficulties. We want to practice self-compassion by treating ourselves with the same kindness that we would treat our loved ones or a dear friend of ours. But we also want to let go of a perfectionism mindset. Now, for me personally, I had this bad. I wanted everything to be perfect and I would not move, or I didn't want to move into the next thing, the next area, whatever the case may be. I didn't want to move unless it was perfect. It had to be perfect in order for me to truly go after that. I had to fully be prepared, but that's not what life is. It's not feasible, it's not reasonable, it's none of that. Literally, you have to get out of a perfectionism mindset. And then also, you just want to embrace your flaws. Your flaws and all, the person that you are, regardless of the good and the bad, it makes up who you are as your unique individual self. Embrace your flaws. Love your flaws. You love the perfect part or the great parts of yourself. Love the imperfect parts of yourself too, because that part is in addition of what makes you you and what makes you so unique. Now, a part of self-compassion, we also want to practice self-forgiveness. Listen, I had a problem with this too. Now, when it comes to forgiving yourself, you want to forgive yourself for your past mistakes, your failures, the regrets that you might have, let it all go. By forgiving yourself, this is an essential part of self-care and evolving. Holding on to guilt, shame, and resentment can weigh you down and hinder your ability to truly move forward in life. Practicing self-forgiveness can be done by simply acknowledging that, one, you are human. Two, learn from your mistakes. Don't make the same mistake twice. But then 3, let go of that self-judgment. Y'all, we are our worst critics, and we just want to prioritize forgiving ourselves and providing self-compassion for ourselves. That's what can get us tripped up a lot of times when it comes to getting to the next level in our lives. But as we are forgiving ourselves and learning who we truly are, we are building that self-confidence. And self-confidence is the foundation to what? Self-care. Now, when you believe in yourself and your abilities, you're more likely to prioritize your well-being. And then when it comes to prioritizing your well-being and having that self-confidence allows you to set new goals or expand on your current goals, but it also helps you to take risks in life and pursue your passions without being held back by fear or self-doubt. Practice your personal daily affirmations. So these personalized daily affirmations is something that is kind of like a mantra for yourself. It is what you recite back to yourself as if it was a prayer or a ritual or whatever, but it's specific toward where you are and where you want to be. So it can be a simple sentence, but it's something that you practice to, one, help calm yourself, help soothe yourself, but it also motivates you and helps you get up and get going and get to your next level. Now, along with our daily affirmations, we also just want to talk positive to ourselves. Like I said, we can be our worst critic, but we want to make sure that we are speaking positive information and positive statements into ourselves so that we can boost our self-esteem, boost our self-confidence, and reinforce how strong of an individual we are. But also, as we are doing these things, we're also feeding into our self-worth. We're reminding ourselves how worthy we are to get to the next level in life, how worthy we are to be the person that we are and the things that we deserve. Now, as we are prioritizing self-compassion, self-forgiveness, our self-confidence, we also want to make sure we are establishing positive boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial to our well-being in all aspects, whether that is mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You have to protect where your time, energy, and resources are going. Because when you set positive, healthy boundaries, it helps prevent you from burning out. It's like you're holding yourself accountable for your capacities in every aspect. If you are too tired to do a task that someone has asked you to do, you're going by your boundaries, okay? How do I feel about this? Is it something that I can truly handle right now? Does it work into my daily schedule? If it does not, then you simply have to say no. And it can be hard to do, but at the end of the day, you have to make sure that you're looking out for yourself. Now, we want to make sure that we're clearly communicating our boundaries to others and assertively. And we want to make sure that we are reinforcing these boundaries without the feeling of guilt or without the feeling of selfishness. Because when it comes to our boundaries, we want to make sure that we're able to show up for ourselves, but we're also able to show up for others. And the only way that we can do that is by setting those boundaries. And then lastly, when it comes to, y'all, we went on the path of becoming, but we're on the fifth point. When it comes to on this path, we want to stay focused and be persistent. And basically what that means is we are staying focused on our goals and prioritizing our time and our energy accordingly. We want to stay persistent in pursuing our dreams, our goals, and our aspirations, even in the face of setbacks. So life can hit. But you want to make sure, and life can hit, obstacles happen, life happens, but you want to make sure that you're dealing with what's necessary first. But when it comes to you picking back up where you left off on your elevation journey, on your evolved journey, you want to make sure that you're taking at least 5 minutes, even if life is knocking you down. You want to make sure that you're keeping some type of routine to where you're practicing that goal. You're doing that step, even in your daily life. If you only have 5 minutes, if you only have 2 minutes, make sure that you're still implementing those small steps so that you can still be on the path to achieving your goals in life. As you are on this journey of becoming an evolved version of yourself, we want to ensure that your goals and daily tasks are aligned with your core values. Remember to prioritize self-care. Like I said, you cannot take care of your family, your friends, your kids, anybody that's close and dear to you. You cannot take care of nobody if you're not taking care of yourself first. Self-care is about recognizing your worth and giving yourself the love, compassion, and attention you deserve. It is an essential part of the foundation for living a healthy, fulfilling life and being able to show up as your best self and being able to evolve into the person that you want to be. Now, in addition to self-care, we also want to understand how essential it is to invest in yourself. By investing in yourself, it acknowledges your self-worth and the potential for your growth, fostering a mindset of continuous improvement and empowerment. By prioritizing your personal and professional development, you can gain the skills, knowledge, and confidence needed so that you really can overcome your obstacles, seize the opportunities that are meant for you, and create the life that you desire. Ultimately, investing in yourself not only enhances your present well-being, but it also lays the foundation of long-term success, fulfillment, and a life full of purpose. Now, on behalf of Elevated Life Coaching, I want to personally thank you guys for joining us today, whether you are in person or you are over Zoom. It's so great that y'all just came to hear about how to become an evolved version of yourself. We hope that y'all had an amazing time. Make sure that y'all follow us on all the social media platforms. Reach out to us if you have any questions, concerns, anything like that. Any of y'all got questions? Where's the first place to start? So the first place to start would be taking a sheet of paper. And with that sheet of paper, you want to start of writing down a list of where you are now. So creating where you are now on one column, or it could be one full sheet, and then on the next sheet or on the next side of that sheet, you want to write where you want to be in life. Like, what do you truly want? And then from there, create the goals and the steps to obtain it. So you want to start off with where you are, but one thing that I found beneficial was taking a core values assessment, and I think that I still have the link on it. But it's a free assessment that is online that helped me a lot, because if you don't know where your core values is, then your goals don't really have a solid foundation to rely on. All right, y'all. Well, we'll let y'all get back to it. If y'all have any questions or concerns, let me know. I'm always here to reach out. You can DM, you can email, whatever the case may have. Y'all have a great day.